A message from the Ad Council.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
Good Thursday morning to you. It is the 29th day of October, the 303rd day of 2020. There are 63 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And today is no exception. It's nice to go out and get the newspaper without it being all wet, although my paper deliverers always make sure that it's close to the door and that it's in the plastic to protect it. It's just nice not having it be raining out for once in the morning, as it isn't raining today on this Thursday morning. The team is here. Marie Osborne handling all the news duties. In for Dick Hafner, our WJR News Director. Marie always doing a nice job. Of course, Dana Clark is here with our traffic, weather, opinion, comments, whatever might be on her mind. Brian Morton pressing all the right buttons in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building. Tim is checking in and taking care of duties from the southernmost part of Detroit. The way southernmost part of Detroit. And of course, our executive producer, Ann Thomas, is standing by.
Good morning, Dub. Happy Friday Eve.
Happy Friday Eve to you. Congratulations to Mike Parsons, Rich Luzinski. I shouldn't start naming names, but those two at the top have done the most work. I know Curtis Paul and his team did a great deal of work. Last night was our War of the Worlds. And I'm happy to say that it'll be on 10 o'clock Saturday night on the radio. Now, it'll be interesting to see what it's like just on the radio, the way it was originally presented so long ago. Because last night it was on social media and not on the radio.
You guys were so good. It was excellent.
Was it fun?
Oh, I enjoyed every minute of it.
A lot of moving parts. And it was fun.
Yeah, Paul and Marie were spectacular.
Well, Marie got to play a lot of characters. Cool. The only thing that they got to do next time to make it a little better is, as I was watching it, because I just introduced it and then got to watch for a long time before I did anything else, an intermission and then watch again, is they should put people's names because our listeners tune in and wonder who all those people are. So in the beginning, it should have been, for example, this is just, we'll have a meeting, I'm sure, and go over this. Marie Osborne as, and then whatever.
That's a great idea.
Because later it said, like in the credits, it said Reporter 5, Marie Osborne, or whatever it said. And people, people didn't know who Nick Roddy was. They might know Marie because she's well known. She speaks in the community and all of that stuff. They might know me because I'm out and about, or at least we all used to be out and about doing things. But nobody would have known who Nick was, Nick Roddy. It comes to mind for a second, or any number of other people that played great roles. I think it would have just been fun for the viewers to know who everybody was.
Great thought. Really good.
They did those parts. And and we discussed it ahead of time. And I don't know if it just wasn't working. At one time, I did see them put one up, but I never saw it again. So that would have made it easier for people to understand who everyone was. At least that's the feedback I'm getting, that they would have liked to have known who each individual was. But it was extremely well done, not easy to do at all with, all the people involved. Did you see the story yesterday? I don't like the headline. Families are so bored that they're starting to play Monopoly.
Monopoly sales are up, actually. Yeah.
Monopoly sales are soaring. But they make it sound like, things are so bad, people are playing Monopoly. Monopoly used to be a fabulous family game.
So fun.
Our family.
Yep,
Absolutely.
so fun.
It just takes 4 hours.
Well,
if you play it right, that's what they
golf
mean.
Or do I play Monopoly?
Right, exactly.
You can't play golf with the whole family.
Yep,
but it just made it sound like, I thought it was a plus to think that people rediscovered Monopoly, because it's a great family game. And there haven't been a heck of a lot of family games, have there? I mean, there are some out there.
Couple. Candyland.
Think of your family games when we come back here at 5:42 on WJR.
This report is sponsored by SafeExcavator.com. Call or click 811 before you dig. There's a lot of stuff underground you can't see, and every few minutes somebody digs into a line, pipe, cable, or wire. Don't be that person. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit SafeExcavator.com.
Yeah, and let's dig into the traffic and weather here. It's now 5:43. Our WJR traffic and weather first, and Miss Dana Clark.
Traffic first, also sponsored by Gordon Chevrolet. Gordon Chevrolet is back selling the hottest vehicles in town. Pull ahead your lease and take advantage of zero interest for up to 84 months or sign and drive lease program. Open special hours is Saturday 9 to 3 Ford Road, just west of Merriman in Garden City. GordonChevrolet.com. Gordon Chevrolet, find new roads. Disabled vehicle in St. Clair, 94 eastbound. After Gratiot, it is blocking the right shoulder. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by North Bloomfield Properties. If you're looking for a place to call home, let North Bloomfield Properties find the best place for you and your family. They also provide pre-screened quality tenants to their property owners. They love to match good people to good homes. Contact them today, northbloomfield.com.
Keeping the clouds in this morning. Clouds this afternoon. Temperatures are up a couple of degrees here as we get into the morning hours. But this afternoon, only 49 on a northeast breeze. Tonight in the mid-30s. Tomorrow, sunshine, clouds. A little bit cooler, 43, and up near 50 on Saturday. From a Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagik on News Talk 760 WJR.
And our friend Rush Limbaugh, who keeps us entertained and informed Monday through Friday from noon to 3, stops by first thing in the morning here at 5:44 on WJR. Rush?
Thanksgiving will be here before you know it, and if California Governor Gavin Newsom gets his way, it'll be a Thanksgiving that you and your family, your friends will never, ever forget. Governor Newsom and the California Department of Public Health have issued new regulations that'll determine how citizens are permitted to celebrate Thanksgiving. Every single Thanksgiving gathering held in California must include no more than 3 households. That's because Governor Newsom and his state health bureaucrats have determined that if people from more than 3 different households gather, the increased chances of transmitting COVID are too high to risk. California residents must also hear, learn, and obey the following. Governor Newsom says that his subjects must wear masks in the house before and after they eat, and residents should avoid singing and chanting and shouting. So you have to show up with a mask, you have to leave it on until you eat, and then after you eat, you put it back on, and shut your pie hole until the Thanksgiving celebration is over, by order of the great Governor Gavin Maximus Caesar Newsom, the one true ruler of California and all of its provinces. So hail Newsom! All of you California subjects need to bow down, be thankful that Newsom, the generous and magnificent, has allowed Thanksgiving to happen at all.
Rush Limbaugh, noon to 3 today, right here on WJR.
Oh, that Rush. You know, I'm going to miss the chanting at Thanksgiving that we do at our house.
Yeah, me too.
Chanting? The chanting. Interesting. Not been one of our traditions. I don't know.
So is he really doing that? 3 households? People from
apparently, yeah, I would have presumed that he does that based on a story that he read or a news report. I guess so. Yeah, there's a lot of control. Yeah, hey, look, you know what? Geez, I don't like to get so serious so quickly, but just among our friends here who are watching us on social media, it offends me that we're being so lied to by the various polling people. Because do you honestly think if Biden were 10 points, which is a lot, 10 points ahead, we'd see the campaigning that's going on here? I mean, I know it's great, but I got to break some news to you. We're not the only state in the United States of America, but you would think that we are based on the armies of campaign candidates, the president and his people and family members and the former vice president and his people and family members who are here every day. They're here every day, and they would not be. They must have other polling information because there are other places they could be spending their time where they're not being called 10-point favorites, either one of them.
Well, and as we saw last time, polling was not accurate.
And it's not accurate now.
And I would think it would be really hard for it to be accurate this year.
And don't you think the Democrats are just breaking out in cold sweats thinking that it could possibly happen again? So they're not taking any chances. They are just flooding. They are well, I think Michigan's a lot closer than
everywhere.
Yeah, they're Michigan.
They're going everywhere.
Florida.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania. In a day.
Somebody on the news yesterday said if the day ends with a Y, there's going to be.
That was Mara McDonald. Yeah.
That was a great line.
Yeah.
If it ends in a Y, they're going to be here. And they are.
They're here.
It's you can't turn around. I'm going to start running into them at Kroger. Hi, how you doing? You guys must be hungry on the bus,
Well, you know what? That's great. It's the final push. It's the fourth quarter. We got 5 days. Let's do this, people. Get out there. Be out there every day. If you want to, I mean, we got the COVID tour going on, so just keep going until
Wait, the COVID store? Is there a store
the
now?
COVID tour. The COVID tour.
Oh,
it's
COVID
the COVID tour. Or the herd immunity tour, whichever one you want to do.
You're hearing the Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
Yeah.
5:49 at News Talk 760 WJR. The team is here. Oh, I almost forgot, which can you imagine as we talk about everybody coming into the area now, which means it's much closer than the 10 points, or they don't want the same thing to happen as what happened 4 years ago, or whatever they're doing. Everybody's coming in here. It's crazy. I did vote yesterday.
Oh, how was the experience?
I turn on the television and I look and I see these people. I've been in line for 8 hours. And that's just today because I actually got here Tuesday. I mean, it's like, what are you talking about? I walked into my clerk's. There was one man standing there. I said, "Are you next?" He goes, "Oh, I'm being helped." And they said, "Just take that little thing and fill it out." I go, "Fill it out." And then they handed me a thing with my name already printed on it and everything. And I went out to the car, sat there, filled it out, walked it back in. It was nothing.
Same. It was a piece of cake.
And you come back and you turn the news back on and it's like, for 14 hours, people have been standing. That's how badly they want to vote. What do we just have our act together here?
Well, some places are like that. I mean, you're fortunate that you didn't have to wait that long.
Very fortunate.
But some places are waiting that long, and I think it's wonderful if you wait in line that long. Same with Noelle. She went in New York. She thought it was going to be crowded. She was in and out. So that's a blessing if you can.
So if the
walk in and out,
if they're not really, no one's leading by 10 points, or they all wouldn't be here. It makes some people say, "I'm not going to go vote if I have to go stand for 10 hours somewhere." What the hell is going on? And now what's this thing about, look, if you see somebody with a rifle pointed at you when you're voting, let us know. When has that ever happened? Why are these things being discussed like this?
Well, it's a good question, though. It does appear, because we've seen the lines ourselves, and then we've experienced a whole different experience.
Totally.
The question is, why are some areas dealing with it with these big lines? They must be doing something wrong, or is it not enough
happening? They're happening mostly down south.
Yes,
it's happening mostly down south in the southern states.
What are you saying? What are you saying about our southern friends?
Is that because there's not enough polling places?
This is true. Yes, that is one of the issues. That's one of the issues, is that there are not enough voting. And that is actually one of the complaints in many communities, that they're saying, why don't we have enough polling places? Is it a lack of polling workers to man the polling places? That's a question to be asked. But this has been, this is predominantly happening in other places around the country, predominantly in the South, that we've been able to see.
Well, what we did and what Paul did, that's COVID safe. I mean, that's
it
just
sure
smart
is.
way to do it.
And
It's
people
great.
should remember your clerk's offices are required to have Saturday and Sunday hours the weekend before election Tuesday. Okay. So if you're, really in the mood and you don't want to run into a lot of people, head out there Saturday or Sunday, check the hours and get in there and play, do your voting on Saturday or Sunday. Easy peasy.
Yeah.
But some people love the social aspect of going to the polls too. There's that. I mean, now of course we have to be careful, but
You're right, though. They love the
My
election.
mask.
oh yeah, time to see the neighbors and
Right.
catch up. I'm not one of those people, but
Well,
there are people like that.
I want to reiterate this because we always have tried to take good care of our listeners. We've talked about hand washing for years, not just during COVID, right, Ann? We've talked about it for years. Hand washing's been one of our things. But vitamins have also been one of our things, going all the way back to when I interviewed Linus Pauling about vitamin C. That's a long time ago. But vitamin D and zinc have been identified enough times now that it's worth you going to CVS, Rite Aid, wherever you go, and before everybody goes and buys them and you can't find them, which happens during times like this, go get some vitamin D and some zinc and take it.
And some extra C.
And some extra C.
Extra C.
I'm taking these big 1,000
Me too.
ester C is the better C, we're led to believe. So I take 2,000 extra
Me too.
vitamin C, ester Cs.
Right.
So if you do that, you're helping your immune system at the very least, and it very well may help you with COVID-19. So,
And Paul, Dr. Rafai sent you and I a note overnight
Right.
saying that mouthwash is use the mouthwash.
Mhm.
It really will help.
that was my next note. Tom Rafai's note, and he actually goes through. So here's what the researchers say. I hate it. I hate it's a big word, and Sophie used to say, "Daddy,
you're
we
not supposed
don't
to
use
say
that
that.
word. We don't use the word hate."
Mhm.
Okay. Anyway, I hate when people come out and tell us something but don't give us the facts. It's like the news people can't help themselves. A cure for cancer coming up tomorrow at 11 o'clock. You got a cure for cancer? You got time to tell me you got a cure for cancer? Tell me what the cure is. But anyway, so when people say, if you use such and such in a generic way, but there are certain products we know are tested and they turn out to be good. Tell us the brand names. So I thank Dr. Tom Rafai for saying Crest Pro Health mouthwash inactivated 99.9% to more than 99.99% of the virus during all the contact times that they used it. Listerine Ultra, Equate, and antiseptic mouthwash from CVS, I guess, inactivated less than 99.9% of the virus. That shocked me because I haven't gone out yet, and you've gone out and gotten mouthwash already.
Yes.
I haven't gone out. I would have gone for the Listerine, but this is saying that Crest Pro Health killed more germs more often. And then Listerine antiseptic, he has the manufacturer's names next to these mouthwash, which according to researchers had the same or similar inactive ingredients of Listerine Ultra, Equate, and antiseptic mouthwash, inactivated more than 99.9%. It's hard to follow. Just this. If you take a Listerine antiseptic, Listerine Ultra, Equate, or Crest Pro Health, any one of these are going to kill 99.99% of any of the things you want to kill. So that's something we should all do.
Mm-hmm.
While we're out buying our vitamin D, zinc, and C, pick up some antiseptic style, which I think probably means alcohol-laden mouthwash. And don't swallow it, Dana.
Yeah, right.
And spit it out. Just saying. It's 5:57 at WJR.
This report is sponsored by SafeExcavator.com. Call or click 811 before you dig. There's a lot of stuff underground you can't see, and every few minutes somebody digs into a line, pipe, cable, or wire. Don't be that person. Call or click 811 before you dig and visit SafeExcavator.com.
And we're checking it for you, our WJR traffic and weather first. And Miss Dana Clark.
We are watching that disabled vehicle. It's in St. Clair, 94 eastbound. After Gratiot, that vehicle is blocking the right shoulder. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Shelving.com. Michigan Family Business Shelving.com turned 60 this month. To celebrate, they're extending their anniversary giveaway, now offering $10,000 worth of durable wire shelving, rivet shelving, or Unirack pallet racking to one Michigan business. Visit Shelving.com to apply by November 13th. That's Shelving.com. We rack your world. We are expecting some clouds today. Hopefully may see some peaks of sunshine this afternoon, but warmer than first expected. A high of 53 tonight. Cloudy skies, lows 36. Mostly cloudy skies on Friday, a high of 42. For the weekend, looks like some sun on Saturday and a high of 49. Partly cloudy, 43 degrees. I'm Dana Clark, WJR News, with Marie Osborne in 2 minutes.
You know, on another tough note this morning, there's been a terrorist attack in Nice.
In Nice, of all places.
I know, it's such a beautiful town.
I mean, such a quiet, sleepy, you know, it used to be, well, nothing like that would ever happen around here. You can't say that anywhere now.
No, it's a knife attack. There's no word on how many victims occurred by a
I had heard 2.
You have 2? Okay.
Maybe, maybe it's more. I don't know. I have the bad news Kim sent along.
Oh, dear.
Newsflash for the ladies and some men. Brad Pitt just broke up with his new girlfriend after she got back together with her husband. Now, she doesn't call it bad news. I call it the bad news. She just said,
isn't that good news?
Yeah, that's good news for the ladies and some men. So she didn't call it bad news. I called it bad news. My first reaction was, what's he doing dating a married woman?
Right.
Yeah, what the
But
heck?
on the other hand, maybe they were separated. I don't know. But anyway, Brad Pitt just broke up with his new girlfriend after she got back together with her husband. So, ladies and guys, he's available.
He's available.
So, Kim also likes the color combination and that you picked out. She doesn't know. I thought we were on when you did that, but I can
It's very
tell
sharp.
her that I had all these combinations of hats.
I knew what she would like. I figured that would be the sharpest.
But I should be in Florida now. This is like Florida.
It is. Yes, Florida.
Yeah, Florida.
Florida.
I'd like
I like
everyone
going to
to
Florida.
know
I
mine.
appear to be really smart when I'm in Florida.
Right.
It's a terrible thing to say.
That was really bad. Could I point out my hat, please?
Oh, God bless you. The Paul W.
Annie.
Smith Golf Classic.
That is so nice.
And I have the, over here. Everything's
Oh, you had
reversed. I got the Paul W. Smith Golf Classic shirt.
I didn't even
So we
notice.
got a match.
Which we do pay for ourselves. We don't take money from the
Yeah,
the
Kim
money
gave
we're
me the
raising.
hat. You paid for this hat.
paid for the hats. We paid
Have
for
that
the
in
stuff.
every color, Paul W. I believe
No.
you do.
No, I don't.
Oh, you
I
don't?
mean, I don't think I do. No.
Oh.
Every one represents a different year.
Oh, I see.
This year,
Gotcha.
and frankly, from this point on, we're not buying all that stuff still. We can't. I mean, it's just too hard because
Well, plus
it
that's
comes out
sharp
of our
looking.
pocket.
You know, that looks nice.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Uh-uh.
No one's going to say, "Didn't you wear that shirt last year?"
Right.
Maybe I did.
Exactly. And what about it?
Did you ever wear that shirt before?
Exactly.
You throw your shirts away one time wear?
Huh.
Anyway, no one
Dana,
will say
what's
Oh,
your
my hat is just an Old Navy. You remember that store, Old Navy?
Oh, yeah.
that. It's not still around?
It's still around. There's
Oh.
one. I think it's open. I should go over there and check it
Yeah,
out.
Orchard Lake and
Yes, I
And,
believe that Old Navy. I used to get so many things there for the kids when they were
good
younger.
deals,
Oh,
Paul.
sure. Yeah.
Yes, and even got a couple of things there myself, but I haven't been in there forever. But I was flying through my hats like I do every Thursday morning.
I love it. You know, a hat with an American flag, you can't go
Yeah,
wrong.
so I'm like, Old Navy hat it is today.
Yeah, that
This
looks
one I've
sharp.
worn before.
I love the hobnobble
It's
gobble
just
one.
the hobnobble gobble because
Yeah, it's time.
apparently
We can't have hobnobble gobble.
we're not going to have the hobnobble gobble. So, as you just said, so
It is time.
But I am
I
signed
never
up.
wear hats
folks.
well.
You're signed up for the trot.
Paul, Dana, I'm signed up
Listen to this.
for
Listen to the pressure she's putting
the
on us.
turkey trot. I would like the two of you to join me.
Oh, that's great.
So
I would
it's
like
very
you to give
easy.
me $1 million. So now we're even. We both have something we'd like each other to give each other.
I'm saying this because I know Kim. I know Dana will do it, and I know Kim is listening. And Kim walks every day.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so what do
we're
we
going
need to
to do go to. I have it open right now. The parade.org and register.
Parade.
And you can walk anytime between November 23rd and November 30th.
Okay.
And you're just going to do the 5K. So we're going to do the stuffing strut.
Okay.
And
Stuffing strut.
we're going to just do this for Tony and the.
Okay. And you can walk. I can walk. I don't have to
We're
run.
going to walk. We don't have to run.
Okay.
And Kim and Paul will do this with us. I know.
Okay.
You know, I
Paul's been walking lately. I've talked to him when he's been walking.
Excellent.
He won't tell you that, but he's walking.
please don't tell anybody. And then I'll have to start posting it like Brian does.
Yeah, right.
But Brian,
we
like,
can get Brian to do it with us.
Brian will do that with his eyes closed.
Yeah, he's already done.
Which I've tried to tell him not to do that with his eyes closed, but you know, he's just going to do it. It's dangerous to walk with your eyes closed.
Or with the phone texting.
It's like when people say, I'll keep an ear out for you, or
yes,
I had my eyes peeled. Ow, really? All those expressions.
So, Paul, you were so good opening that up last night. They should have given you 10 parts.
Oh, I would have loved to have had a role. I would have loved to have
like,
had a role.
He can perform like
I don't think you know I'm an actor. I'm an actor.
Know. He's a total actor. I mean, he opened that thing, and I said to Ed, "Oh my gosh, he was incredible. He was so good."
I'm gonna go and watch it.
Last few hours, I decided to use the cigar.
Yeah,
it was a good touch.
So when I discussed this with Kim, I never said anything about lighting the cigar.
Oh, I wondered about
in
that.
the house. I don't smoke cigars in the house ever. And so when I lit it for dramatic effect, as we started, as I was getting into the character as the announcer, although they said, "Here's Paul W. Smith," I went, "Wait a minute,
right.
I'm not Paul W. Smith right now. I'm a character. I'm the announcer." But anyway, so I lit the cigar and my phone lights up. And she said, "I thought you were going to use the cigar as a prop." I said, "It was a prop. I just happened to light the prop."
I gotcha.
I have a air cleaner in here that Consumer Reports said was like the worst one you could buy. Thank you, Consumer Reports. I love Consumer Reports. I wish I would have read that ahead of time. But and I sealed up the office, which it seals up anyway, so it's soundproof and everything. I didn't smell any. There's nothing worse than the smell of a cigar the next day. Nobody likes the smell of a cigar the next day. I don't even think avid cigar smokers like that. Today is the anniversary of October 29th, 1929. Does that ring a bell at all? There's generations.
Stock market crash.
Absolutely right, Riri. Black Tuesday, October 29th, 1929, descended upon the New York Stock Exchange. Prices collapsed amid panic selling, and thousands of investors were wiped out as America's Great Depression began. You know, the market is up so high now that we lose hundreds, 500 points, 750 points. No one says the stock market is collapsed.
The Paul W. Smith Show, News Talk 760, WJR.
Good Thursday morning to you, or Friday's Eve if you prefer. It's October 29th, the 303rd day of 2020. There are 63 days left in the year. But the rooster was on strike again. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Even days that for some, when you hear October 29th and you think of 1929 and Black Tuesday with the crash of the stock market, there are fewer and fewer and fewer people who think of that, of course. In fact, there's a whole generation of people who just learned for the first time that the stock market can actually not just go up, but it can go down, as it has been. We've got the team here. Marie Osborne, who did a fine job last night in the wonderful War of the Worlds. You'll be able to hear it. It'll be different. You could watch it last night, but Saturday night at 10 o'clock, you'll be able to watch War of the Worlds. I mean, listen to War of the Worlds on WJR. Nicely done. Dana,
so much fun.
Dana, you were not around, or
yeah, I wasn't
on
around for
vacation when
rehearsals or something.
I think
so
you were on
I said I
vacation.
better not make a commitment because I thought I may not be available. But yeah,
but
missed it. Maybe
I'm
next
sure
time.
They'll do it again, I'm sure, because we learned a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff. Anyway, so Dana's here with traffic and weather and thoughts and comments and all of that. Movies tomorrow to see or not. I have one today I'm going to mention, but anyway, Brian Morton, he could be on camera, but he won't be, right?
Probably
I don't understand it because he's on Instagram now.
Right.
So what the heck, Brian?
Star.
So and he always has a pithy thing to say, and I'm adding the TH. He always has a anybody?
What did you say?
Pithy thing to say.
Pithy?
Pithy. It's very pithy. And I'm
and
saying I'm adding the TH.
Sing.
Anyway.
Okay, gotcha.
And Kim in the southernmost portion of Detroit, and of course our executive producer running the show by the clock, Ann Thomas.
Happy Friday Eve.
Here's the well, first of all, let me get this off my chest. I know this is a good thing, but it's hard for me to make changes. I think the fact that 70 million people have already voted before Election Day is throwing a bit of a monkey wrench into the way things have always been. And maybe that's what should be done. If it gets more people to vote, that's a good thing. We are told that the more people that vote, the better it is. It's been embarrassing to say out of the only 30% of the available people who could have voted. I mean, that's horrible in our society. But anyway, it just seems odd that 70 million people, I think that's more than half the number of people that will even vote, period. And I can't help but think that all these guys and gals coming here and trying to convince people who've already voted is bizarre to me. I don't know.
I wondered
Marie?
that too, Paul. I wondered the exact same thing. And I thought, okay, is this going to change the face of campaigning? Are we going to see people campaigning like maniacs in, let's say, October,
Oh, God, I hope not.
early October, or late September?
They could be. Think about that. They could be campaigning year round.
Well, they do that now anyway. But I'm talking about that full court press that we're looking at
under right now,
right? Yeah,
right.
And I just look. You said it, I think yesterday or the day before. We're never going to go back. I don't think we're ever going to go back
in many areas
to not voting by mail.
Those of us who are doing our work from home, I'm going to say 75 to 95% will continue to do their work from home.
Yeah.
If the companies figure out they can have people do work from home and they don't have to buy a building, build a building, lease a building, or whatever, bricks and mortar, or they can make it for the 10 essential people who have to come in and not for the 150 people that used to come in, oh my goodness, it changes everything.
I read an article that said that I think it was in the Wall Street Journal that said, everybody's thinking, offices are going to be passé. There aren't going to be offices. And they said that's not really true. What the offices are, they're going to be smaller. They're going to have bigger conference rooms. So let's say on Thursday, everybody who's in sales is going to have a meeting. So there's a conference room. Or let's say in our case, everybody for programming has to come in on Tuesday so that you have a place for workers. You're still going to have a place for workers. It's just going to be utilized differently than it has in the past.
But you make an excellent point, but it reminds me, and I know that Dana, you will understand this more than that Marie might, and certainly Ann, you and I understand this. I don't ever want to go into another in-person meeting, and here's why. Nobody else in that meeting has been up since 4 o'clock in the morning. So when they conveniently make the meeting at 3 in the afternoon,
we're like,
I completely
we look
agree.
at each other and say, "Are they kidding me? They want us back here at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for a meeting?" Send me the notes.
Exactly.
Anyway, something very important I want to say, and I'll say it again tomorrow, Dana, when you do your movies and stuff. I've heard it too many times, and last night I heard it from sweet little Sophie. So it first came to my attention with Keith Newell, but Netflix is running something called Social Dilemma, and as once in a while there's a movie, Saving Private Ryan. There are things that are out there that I say, boy, you ought to watch that and see what sacrifice went into us having what we have today. Are we living up to the sacrifice of those soldiers? But I understand this social dilemma is very powerful. And those of us who use social media, and I use it less than everybody. I don't do Facebook. I mean, I might be on Facebook because the station puts me there or something. The only thing that I know I'm doing on a regular, not even regular basis is Netflix. But be that as it may, a lot of people are very much into social media. And apparently this lets us know how we are being manipulated by social media, and it's apparently eye-opening.
Yes, very frightening.
So we should open our eyes. Social Dilemma on Netflix. That's our assignment. I haven't watched it. I'm going to watch it today. And Dana, you watched it.
Yes.
And so you talked to us about it. So it's something I think we should do. All right, here's something else we should do at 6:13 on WJR.
This report is sponsored by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. When a train hits a vehicle at a railway crossing, the results are often deadly. Be cautious at crossings. And if the signals are going, don't be tempted to try and sneak across the tracks. Even if you don't see a train, stop. Trains can't. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
A moment ago, we talked about Old Navy. It's the biggest moneymaker for the company that owns them. They also own the Gap. Of course, my phone just cut out on this one. They own what else they own? The Gap, Banana Republic, and Athletica.
They've got great masks, by the way.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
Great masks?
Yes.
Isn't that amazing how quickly, talk about innovation, how quickly people started coming out with masks. We have a guy, and that I'm going to run by you later. There are people now speaking up about the masks, all masks. Sometimes a mask is just a mask, but they're not created equally.
Right.
And believe it or not, shocking news, the Chinese are selling counterfeit N95 or KN95 masks. Shocking. The Chinese would do that? Anyway, let's take a look at our WJR traffic and weather first, Miss Dana.
Still watching that disabled vehicle in St. Clair 94 eastbound after Gratiot Road. That vehicle is blocking the right shoulder, seeing a 30-minute delay for trucks across the Blue Water Bridge westbound between Canada and the U.S. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Shelving.com. Michigan family business Shelving.com turned 60 this month to celebrate. They're extending their anniversary giveaway, now offering $10,000 worth of durable wire shelving. Rivet shelving or Unirack pallet racking to one Michigan business. Visit Shelving.com to apply by November 13th. That's Shelving.com. We rack your world.
A little more overcast around this morning. Temperatures cool but seasonable. We'll go through the day cloudy with a high close to 50 on the northeasterly breeze. Tonight a north breeze, 34 in town. Suburbs a little cooler. Sunshine and clouds tomorrow, 43. Kick off the weekend Saturday, Halloween, with more sun than clouds, high near 50. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Staging on News Talk 760 WJR.
Joe Biden openly admitted his plan to violate our Second Amendment rights.